Put on your polite face.
Dad is like, I'm not doing anything.
Just being so good over here, boys. You guys are silly.
Yes, we are.
Morning, guys. Welcome back to the homestead vlog. If you're new here, we are building up an off-grid homestead. We just started. We're like 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks into it. We're building our off-grid cabin here, off-grid bathroom over there, kitchen setup, off-grid water supply, things like that. That's what's going on. Today is an exciting day because we are really starting to put wood down. We are going to be starting to build the floor system on our cabin here. Jules and Seth, this is Seth, that's Jules if you're new here. They're going to be working down in here and just cleaning up the bottom. We're going to lay a 6 mil vapor barrier down there to help keep, moisture from coming up into the crawl space and then getting up into the house. And so I am carrying around this big bar because we've got a few of these that are a little crooked. I'm going to try to straighten them. And hopefully nothing bad happens. The concrete's been here for about 5 days, I guess. And so we're going to give it a try. I'm going to try one first and see how it works. So as we can see here, this little guy's a little crooked. Let's see here if we can straighten it out without cracking the cement or anything. Concrete, sorry. Oh, that's simple. That thing bends so easy.
That's good.
How's that? Maybe just a hair more. There we go. How's that? That's good. It's great. All right, I was a little concerned. I thought they'd be harder to bend than that. But actually, super easy, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, go around, straighten them all. If anything bad happens, I'll show you. Bam, baby. All of them are straight up and down, looking good. Man, we're almost ready to start building that floor. We just want to level this off a little bit, get some of the high and low spots out of it, so when we put the vapor barrier down, it can lay nice and flat and smooth. Then, we'll be ready to get some stuff done. One of the things that was a challenge for me to think about was, on your Mudsill, how do you know exactly where to drill these holes? Apparently, Jules, there's a couple different methods. Okay. One is you set this up on top and you hit it with a hammer over each of these bolts. That'll make a mark in it, and then you can drill out those marks.
I like that method.
Yeah, that one seems the easiest, but there's another one where you actually measure and you do that. See where we have our Ufer ground coming up right here? And over here we've got one. We won't be able to just lay it up on top and beat it down unless we bend them over, which maybe we'll do. I don't know. We might have to do both, but we'll see. Let's try the beating and drilling method now. All right, you guys be safe there. Don't fall, okay? So we're supposed to put it up here on the bolts. And then you might not be able to see what I'm doing over on this end, but basically I'm just putting the square like this on the wall, on the end like this, and then making sure that the end is flush with the end of the wall, which it is. It's good. Then we'll do the outside wall. Good there. So we're good here. I bet we just do the two ends because there could be variation in the concrete wall. or there could be variation in the board and you can't really bend the board, right? And here, I'll hold it up. Come down and make sure your end is against the wall or flush with the wall. Looks good. Beautiful, Joss. I think it's good. Let me check my side again, just to be sure before we beat them. And if you lean the board a little bit, it's going to be a little different. Huh? Okay, so that's good. We're super good here. All right, whack it. I'll hold it, you whack it. Just look down there and whack it above the bolts.
All right, ready?
Yep. Great.
That's enough?
Yeah, probably. Oh, you might want to check that because it bounced, I think. Yeah, mine bounced. Oh, that's good, yeah.
The next one.
She's beating it.
Even better. Should I do this one again?
Yep. Oh, last one. Okay. All right, let's flip it over and see if we got marks. Oh, we got a mark. Look at that. One right there. Can you see a mark?
Right here.
Right there. Can you see them?
Here.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's drill them.
The little dimples.
Here we go.
Nice.
Okay, one. Okay, and they said when we're drilling these, to drill them 1/8 inch over the size of your bolt. So we got 1/2 inch bolts, so we're drilling 5/8 inch holes. That way you have a little bit of room to move the board around if you need to. Okay, let's put it on and see. Yeah, we're gonna keep it up. Yeah. All right, let's see here.
Ooh,
Man,
fit perfect, huh?
nice. Huh?
Fit perfect.
It's cool.
Got all of them in, and they're all up to code, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna put down like a foam seal underneath this, but first we're gonna lay them out and then make sure we got it right. Then we'll put the seal in, because of course we're not professionals. We may make mistakes. Mistakes.
Snakes.
Like that. All right, let's continue on, and we'll show you guys if we have any problems, and the final product, of course. All right, so we're gonna try something. Might be dangerous. I don't know. We'll see. But we're gonna try to bend this guy out of the way. Then we can bend it back, and just have to measure for the rebar poking up through it. And let's hope nothing bad happens. You guys pay attention right here and make sure this doesn't crack, okay? So far so good. Nothing's cracking. Yeah, looks great. Okay, that might be far enough. Let's set it up there and give it a test.
It's not far enough.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we'll bend it some more. Jill says bend it more. All right, let's try that. Yeah, it did. That'll work, huh? All right, so it looks like it's gonna work. We're going to have to bend that back up, of course, and measure. So we'll just jump to that. We put the rebar back up straight, and then we lined up our holes with the bolts, took our square on here, and we put it up against the rebar. One side drew a line, then this side drew a line. Now we know, right, the path that the rebar goes in. Then we lifted this up and we measured from the outside of the wall to the center of the rebar, which is 4 inches. And then since the board is upside down, we measured from here 4 inches, drew a dot. We're gonna drill a hole here and see if it fits. And we're drilling it 3/4 inch. Wow, dude, that is way wobbly. Is that thing bent? It is bent. All right, so our drill bit is bent.
Not a good idea to use that, huh?
There we go. Perfect. Oh, backwards too. right, let's
Set it up there now?
yeah, let's slide it down and see if it all fits. Whoa!
These things are so heavy.
I know, they're like wet or something. They're like, yep, there we go. Okay, hold on. All right, one-handed filming. Can you get it in there?
The top is bent a little. There we go.
There we go. Ooh, look at that. Okay, and we're off 1/16 of an inch here. All right, let's see what we can do about that.
Does it need to go that way?
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe 1/16 of an inch to the east. Lift that up there and I'll top it with the mallet.
Okay, hold on.
So close.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that will do it. They're all gonna be good for sure.
All right, they're all down flat. How's it over there?
This is a little bit long.
A little bit long. It's a little tiny bit short on the other side.
Is it?
Tiny,
So we'll probably have to.
like 1/16 of an inch.
Yeah, that's about how much it is over here.
But I think 1/16 of an inch is okay.
It's not perfect. I like it when things come out level and perfect.
Ooh, I mean that's
This is perfect.
that is perfect. That is perfect now.
Yeah. The other one is off. Itty bitty. Just a little long. On
Maybe a 32nd of an inch. Half a 16th. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
What you guys working on?
The road.
The road.
Clearing it.
It's good. You guys are doing an awesome job down there.
Alexa's shirt.
It's cool. Check out the back. Show us the YouTube channels on the back. These are all Northwest YouTube channels that have to do with homesteading and prepping.
And where's
Imagine Acre Wood.
Yeah. So David from Imagine Acre Wood, he came and helped with our pour the other day for the stem wall. And today they are getting 2 goats. So you guys need to go check out his YouTube channel. It's awesome. They have yaks and pigs and chickens and everything. So go check them out.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, who raises yaks? Well, they do. They raise yaks. That's cool, man. I want to learn about yaks.
Yeah.
They're like really hairy and from someplace cold, I think. I don't know. Go check out their channel if you want to learn about yaks. So we're just laying out all the boards here so that we can go right to pounding in the spots and then, yep, putting them on there.
Last one for now.
Yep. So we've got all 12 footers all the way around except for this little section right here. It's like, I don't know, a couple feet or so. So we got one that we'll cut later for that. But we got right over there and right over here. And so we have to lay them out the same way we put our bolts in, right? Because you have to have a bolt, I think it is, within 1 foot of the end. And they have to be a maximum of 6 feet apart. And so on the sides here, that's what we did. So we've got a short piece right here. It needs a minimum of 2 bolts. And then this long one, this 12 footer, which is not lined up yet. It's just sitting up there. We got one within a foot of the end. We got one in the middle and then one within a foot of the end over here. And that way, it meets code and it holds your house down, right? You don't want to blow it off. Foundation. Slight change of plans. We're going ahead and putting this down now. We pretty much know what we're doing with the boards, and so my concern was that we're going to tear it up by, if we mess up, you know, we got to take the boards on and off and all of that kind of stuff, but it's coming out pretty good, so we're just going to go ahead and go for it. Basically, it's just a really thin, like almost like a bubble wrap, like a really thin kind of bubble wrap, foamy type stuff. And you just put it down here, and what it does, it just creates a seal in between this and this. I'm not really sure of the purpose because this is going to be a vented crawl space, but they say to put it down, so we're putting it down.
We're just erring on the...
Yeah, erring on the safe side. And this stuff's cheap, so why not, huh? Why not? All right, here we go. Putting them back on.
Yeah, lower it down.
There we go. With our cool pink stuff. Bam,
Makes me
baby.
think of the Pink Panther.
Well, yeah, because that's their advertising that they do.
Oh,
We need the mallet. Remember, this one was super tight. Hit this one that way. Not too.
at the, like in the said.
Put it flat. Put it flat and go that way with it.
Nice.
Let me see. Yeah, tap this one down. See if it'll go down in there.
There we go.
Nice tight fit.
Yeah.
Very tight.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right, so we got the pink stuff all the way around now. We just got to put the boards on. We'll be rocking.
Yeah, that should go pretty fast.
I'll show you if something terrible happens, but I think it's gonna go pretty smooth now.
He's such a pessimist.
Uh-huh.
An optimistic pessimist.
It's on top of the car.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it is super hot, but we are trying to persevere out here. Take a look at Marty's setup.
It's seriously hot. It is, it's like 99 degrees in the shade right now. See right there? Bam. Super hot. Jules has got her hair over her ears trying to
Yeah.
protect them.
Don't want to have little crusty ears.
That's right.
All right, so getting down to business. We're about to mix up some cement all because we have those things. I guess they're called pyramids.
They're for our posts that are going to hold up the beam. We're going to use some mortar and place them in here so we can build our beam today and put our beam up. I think because it's like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, maybe almost 3, somewhere around there. 2 o'clock.
Yeah, more close to 2.
2 o'clock-ish. And so our goal is to build up our beam. It's a build-up beam and get our beam up today. We'll see if we can do that. That's our goal.
Marty is mixing up our cement all 4 to 1.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing this because it's so hot out here, guys. It's like 99 degrees right now. And we're trying to get our beam put in today. So we've got our cement pyramids here. We got a string, plumb bob down. Everything should be perfect. But we're going to use some mortar and we're going to actually stick them down to our footers for our posts. That's what we're doing. So we're mixing this stuff up, see if we can't get it to work. So here we go. Well, didn't go as pretty as I thought it would. I don't think that thing's going to work either. We're going to have to get serious with it here.
All right, we got to moisten the surfaces. So we're just pouring a little bit of water down here. Moisten the bottom of the block. And then also here on our little slab. All right, then we got to go do the other ones. Marty's getting the cement all laid out for that one.
Yeah, it's like rubbery. Souther?
Yeah.
We're gonna need the level. It's pretty good. Pretty level.
Nice, Mom.
This right here is a mock-up of our beam that we're gonna be making. It's just held together with clamps right now. But we've got our 2 2x10s and a 1/2-inch sheet of plywood in the middle. There's a gap here. This is just a mock-up. I was showing Seth, he was asking why we're putting that 1/2-inch piece of plywood in there. And that is so that when you put the 2 2x10s together, it makes it the perfect width to be supported by this post. All right, and so this is a 4x4 post. We're gonna cut it into 3 sections to fit on top of the 3 cement pyramids we have down there. And then they'll support this beam. And so that's why we have the 1.5 inches. Okay, and so you notice we've got a gap here. It's about 1/2 inch shorter here. That's because I'm afraid that this 2x10s are gonna shrink, but the plywood won't shrink. And so then we may end up with a ridge here where the plywood's higher possibly. So we'll just cut it off shorter just to be sure. The floor will be on the top part of the beam here. So that way in case it does shrink, we won't have like this little ridge running down the middle of the living room because the plywood's sticking up still. That's why we cut it shorter. And so these guys, like I told you probably in a couple other videos, these are actually the form boards that we're using for our forms on our wall. So we're repurposing these to make the beams and our floor joists. Slide it down here, and then we'll stand on it just to help hold it together more. Although we've got a bunch of screws in it, nothing. Shooting blanks. Oh, it's up part way. Oh, how do I go turn the air pressure up? I forgot. Might be just a hair deep.
What are you two doing?
Nothing.
Are you being rough? Huh? Are you roughhousing? It's gonna get you.
Wait till you do it, Jack. Ow.
And by the way, guys, we're driving nails by the power of the sun. That's our solar shed right over there.
Bam!
If you want to know more about our solar system, let me know down in the comments below, okay? And I'll make a video for you about it.
Look at his funny.
Like, get off my back. I don't want to be on there.
We're at cameras now, Tux. Gotta be polite. Gotta be nice.
Put on your polite face.
That's just like, I'm not doing anything.
Just being so good over here, boys.
Ah!
You guys are silly.
Yes, we are.
First beam is done, guys. What's next? This is what's next.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Is it cold?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna get used to it, though. You wanna swim? You can do it. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on.
You gonna put him in?
Yeah.
Put him in, let him swim to me.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, you can walk. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. If you want to see more about what's going on at the homestead, there's a video right over there that you can go ahead and watch. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you click my face down below. Hope you guys have a really great day. Keep smiling, and I'll see you right over there in just a second.